It is the Raw Dog, Brandon Royval. He is the number 4 ranked flyweight right now in the UFC, and not exactly happy about it. I'll tell you that. Look, it's a bunch of controversy. It's all surrounding this fight, this Kai Kara France Amir Albazi fight. I know you were watching on Saturday night. I mean, I know you're always tuned in, but I saw you tweeting about it. Just give me your thoughts on the fight as you were watching it unfold.
I thought it was a little boring. I thought it was a little boring. I thought they ended the round fucking 5 super dope though, and I'll give them credit with that. I thought, like I said, I thought there was a lot of inactivity. I thought, fuck, I was like, bro, if you guys gave me a flyweight main event, I would go off so hard. I already know. Bro. So yeah. I wish I was in their situation, so maybe a little bit jealousy too. But that being said, I thought it was a little underwhelming for sure, and I thought we could have seen a lot more out of both those guys. And I don't know. Like I said, it was a underwhelming fight in my opinion, but they both look good at the end. I thought that the end of round 5 was super sweet, and I was stoked on that.
And I know that, kind of the discussion has been who did you have winning it? Who was it? A lot of people had it it was either 2-2 going into the 5th, or it was 3-1 going into the 5th. I think you were on the side of 2-2, and you ended up giving it to Kai Kara France. Is that right?
Yeah. And like, if I'm trying to be as objective as possible, I was going to go 3-2. Everyone around me was like, it's 4-1. And I was like, maybe not. Like those two of those rounds were really close, or not 2 of those rounds. One of those rounds was really close. I think it's round 2. Round 2 was really close. So it was just like, it's hard to say. And yeah. Sorry, my dog's about to be annoying if he's not moving. You good, bro? my dog likes all the attention in the road. So he's like, what? You're not talking to me right now? But yeah, I would have gave it to Kai Kara France. I think like most people would have. And, I thought at the very least, even if Amir Albazi won, it's not deserving of title performance. And it's not really like deserving to jump me in the rankings, if we're being 100% honest. And I thought that immediately. I was like, cool, like he ain't gonna beat me in the rankings, and he's not gonna take my title from me, my title shot from me. And I was just thinking that right off the bat, and I was like, yeah, I was pretty stoked. And then I saw Dana White's interview, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you like? I was like, man, I was like, damn, if they're gonna really jump me over that performance, that's fucking crazy. And it's like, and I'm not even trying to say like just over my winning of Kai Kara France, because it's like, if you want to be realistic about that, no disrespect, because this is 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, or whatever, I finished Kai Kara France 3 times the amount of that 25-minute fight. Like I finished him at the 6-minute mark, 5.5-minute mark, or whatever it was. But it's like I finished him 6 times, dropped him 2 times, fucking beat the shit out of him that whole entire time, and I got hit 1 time really hard. That being said, it was an ass whooping besides that. I fucking put him in a go-go plata for a second. Like, you don't even see that shit anymore. Like, but that being said, is 2.5 years ago, okay, I get maybe Kai Kara France is ahead of me after my Nikolai performance somehow. I don't even really believe that, but okay, he loses that fight or whatever, and I'm like, well, at least they're not going to jump me in the rankings, because it's like that was a shitty fight. It was definitely not him winning, or if it was the razorest of winning barely, and it was like, so and like I said, it was a very underwhelming performance. And then if we compare performances versus performance, and we go the resume that Mateus Nikolai had compared to Amir Albazi, then it's like, okay, there's no way he's going to jump me in the rankings. This fool's never fought anybody. And the fight that was supposed to be a good one, it was nobody really thinks he won it besides him and fucking Manel Cape's ass. And it's like, nobody thinks he won it besides him or those two. And it's like, whatever. No, yeah.
So let me ask you. So granted, razor thin fight. He gets to win. Now I asked him because he said I think I'm next, and I was like, I did ask him on Saturday. I don't know if you saw it. I was like, hey, well, what about Brandon Royval? I think a lot of people think he's next. And Amir's thought was, hey, man, we were supposed to fight. He didn't fight me, so he lost his place in line.
So this is the funniest thing. So they offer us a fight in London, me versus Amir Albazi on that London card. Sorry, can you hear my dog right now? Is that
barely? It's okay though.
Okay,
I mean, two raw dogs in the house.
Yeah, exactly. They offered me a fight with him in London, and I wanted it. My coach was like, "Let's not fucking fight in London. This dude lives in Vegas now. Let's just take the fight in Vegas, so we're not expending a bunch of money. Like, I'm gonna lose fucking $10,000 just going there and going back. So it's like, that sucks. And it's like, might as well cut that expense on top of all the other bullshit expenses it takes to be a fighter and fight this dude in his hometown when it's inconvenient for both of us. And I agree with that, but at the same time, I was like, I've never been to London or England before. I was like, fuck that. Like, let's just take the fight. Like, we'll take it wherever. So we say yes to this fight, and then homeboy's like, all right, I'm injured, or I fucking whatever it is. Like, he told my coach, because my coach ran into him and they were having like a conversation. He told my coach, he's like, yeah, he goes, I was a little beat up from the fight, and then I wanted to enjoy my win. And it's like, okay, I get that, but then also don't be on the other side of shit saying that I turned you down because I had a fucking full-on broken wrist. Like, I was in a fucking cast. So it's like, there's two different things. And it's like, I accepted that fight. Askarov pulled off versus me. Alex Perez pulled out of their fight. And that fight's a month and a half later. And I'm like, I'm already ready for a fight. I just want to keep proving myself. The UFC was kind enough to offer me a fight with this dude. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I don't give a shit. He was like ranked number 10 or something. I'm ranked number 4 or 5. And I'm like, I'll take that. You might as well get my, get a paycheck, you know? And I wanted to make a statement for last year, but I broke my wrist. And then we were just kind of playing it out. And by the time I would have been out of like all that, like out of the the cast or whatever, it was going to be the week of the fight. They're going to take it off, and then I'd fight that week. And I was like, it's either perfect timing or it's the worst timing. And it's like, I was trying to train with a broken wrist, and it's super hard. You get punched. I blocked my wrist. I'm like, oh my God. Like, you know, everything was so dramatic and it sucked. And I was like, you know what? This is the first time I ever pulled out of a fight. I pulled out of that fight. And then right afterwards, they offer him me in London, in his hometown, or maybe not his hometown, because he's from like Iraq or whatever. But he has London in his bio. Like, he clearly lived there for a while. I feel like he even has an accent and everything. That being said, and then they offered him that, and I'm like, whatever, we'll take the fight. I want to take the fight. I was super stoked on it, but my like management team in my corner were like, that's a lot of expenses. But I was like, fuck that. I've never been to England. Like, let's go do this. I say yes, and then he says no, and I was like so shocked. I was like, what? Like, what happened? And apparently he was injured or whatever. He told my corner he's injured and wanted to enjoy his win. But it's like, I get that. Just don't say that I pulled out when you're not taking a fight versus me in your goddamn hometown. You know, so it's a weird situation, but also just shut the fuck up if you're him, you know, like, why would you even bring that up? Because it's like, I know, and you know that you didn't accept a fight with me in London, and it's like, take that as it is, you know?
Yeah, no, it's wild. You know, it's a weird. I guess the interesting thing about all this is it really doesn't change anything for you, right? I mean, the ranking changed. It is. I'll be honest. I was a little surprised at the ranking change, but I mean, you might have a title shot next month. We don't know. So it really didn't change anything for you, right? I mean, you're still in that backup role, and you're still, I guess, preparing for a potential title fight in a month, right?
Yeah, and I'm cutting weight and all that stuff. So it's like, that's cool, but it's just like, I don't know what happens after that, you know? And it's like, that sucks. It's like, I feel like both these guys are going to make it to the fight. And it's like, if we're being like statistically honest, they're both going to make it to the fight. So it's like, I'm preparing like they're not going to, and it's been a cool camp, and it's cool to prepare for two guys at once, and it's like, it is really cool. That being said, is like, if we're being realistic about the thing, they're probably gonna fight each other, and it's like, then what? You know, then what happens after that? I'm gonna go make weight, make all these statements on these people. I lost one fight in the UFC, and that's versus Pantoja, which Moreno's lost that fight twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Pantoja's on a roll right now, and like, whatever. But that being said, is I lost one fight in the UFC. I fought all the hardest guys going up into it. I fought all the contenders. I fought nothing but top 10, top 5 fighters since I've been in the UFC. I put in all the work. I've been fighting backwards the last 3 fights, clearing out the division. And finally, I'm like, okay, I did everything I need to do. Everyone behind me, I already beat. Everyone in front of me, I beat our fucking, I had a injury, and then these two are fighting for the title. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I did everything I could to win a title fight. This dude, Dana, says this is a title contender fight in his little statement. Things like, this is a title contender fight. I was like, cool. All I got to do is go make a statement, you know? I go out there and make a big statement on a dude who's on a winning streak, beat him. He's a striker or whatever. I go knock him out first round, make it look easy as shit. And I just, like, I don't know what I got to do, bro. I really don't know what I got to do. And it's like, it sucks. It's like, I haven't broke the top 3 since I've been in the UFC. And I felt like this week was going to be it. And like last night I was just fucking pissed, heartbroken. And I'm like, damn, man, this is like, I'm not trying to say like anybody's trying to take anything away from me, but it's just like it just seems like I'm not even closer than I was before the Mateus Nikolai knockout, or before fucking I beat Schnell, or before I beat Bontarine. And it's like I'm fighting all these dudes behind me to get in front, and I want to earn these shots of the guys ahead of me. And the only guy ahead of me I already beat, and then the other two I lost against one, and the other one I had an injury on. So it's like there's a lot of like what ifs there, you know, and I don't know, man. I don't know what to do, and that sucks. And it's like if this dude jumps me off of not beating anyone and not even winning the fight that would have got him there, it's just like that fucking sucks. And it's like I don't know what to do. Like after that, keep fighting number 7 over and over again. Keep fighting number 6 over and over again. Like it's just weird, bro. And it's like everybody behind me, like 4, I fucking beat already. So it's just weird, you know. And I don't know. I'm not trying to let this like steal my joy of how far I've came in this and how far I've accomplished and all that stuff. And I feel like my whole entire life in this UFC or MMA thing, I've been an underdog in every single one of my fights. And it's just like I've been counted out in a lot of my fights. And it's just like it's just another one of those like moments where it's just like, okay, fuck you guys. I get to prove you guys wrong again. And it's like I feel like I've moved my whole entire career off that. It's just with a big fat fuck you, I'm gonna go make this happen anyways. And I've made it this far. I'm number fucking 2 in the world if we're being honest. I'm number 2 in the world if we're being completely honest about the rankings. But I made it off that. I made it off everybody doubting me, nobody giving like a shit about my career, nobody ever fucking thinking I was gonna win these fights, going against 7-0 guys, 5-0 guys, you know, whatever it is, all undefeated guys on my roster up until the UFC. And then it's like counted out every time, and I've just been proving people wrong every time, finishing people spectacular fashion, fucking fight of the nights, performances of the night, back to back, all that. If you look at my LFA record, all that was the same. I'm highlight reeling people. I'm fucking taking risk. I'm submitting them. I'm finishing them first round. You know, I'm not only am I winning, I'm making statements, and it's like that guy. Not only did he not make a statement, he didn't fucking win the fight. So it's just like it's annoying, and I don't know what else I can do, and I don't know what else they want to see. Is like Dana White says, if you want to make if you want a fucking title shot, make a statement. And I made every statement in my career so far. You know, so far I've made nothing but statements. I've done a lot of good things, and I fought nothing but the hardest fighters in my division since I've been here. And it's like, I don't know what's more of a statement than that, you know? It's like I'm fighting on my yeah, I could bitch for days.
No, dude, listen, man, I sense the frustration, and it's honesty, man, and I can respect it. I mean, you're definitely one of the most exciting fighters in the sport, regardless of division, you know what I'm saying? And I know nobody can deny that watches you compete. I mean, I started thinking about it afterwards. Now, you know, I don't see any way Amir jumps past you. I just don't see that happening. The worst case I see is maybe you two guys have a #1 contender fight, but I can also see you saying, why do I have to do that? I was already attached to this title fight, and I had already put in the work. Why do I got to fight this guy? So what is when you hear that idea, me and Albazi #1 contender fight, does that appeal to you at all, or does that feel like a slap in the face of like, well, wait a minute, I was already the backup. Why do I got to go have another #1 contender fight?
It does kind of seem like a little bit of a slap in the face, and it seems like I've already done the work, you know. I've already done it. I've already made the statements. I've already proved myself. I've already shown my worth. I've already done all that. Been there, done that, you know. And that's what I was thinking when it goes to the Kai Kara France fight. It's like I've been there, done that, and I fucking left statements in the process of doing it. I did it in spectacular fashion. I did it with the fight of night performance of the night, all the above. I stole the goddamn show on that card, and it's like, if I gotta go fight Amir Albazi based off his last performance, I'll go put an ass whooping and a half on that guy for sure. If that's what they want to see, I'll do whatever I got to do to get there. And that's how it's always been. I'll do whatever I got to do to get there. I've done everything I had to do to get to the UFC right now. I've done everything I had to do to go fight these, be in the top 5, top 4, whatever the hell they want to rank me. I've done everything I had to do to get there. I fought guys ahead of me. I fought guys on short notice. I fought fucking guys behind me time after time again. And it's like, I've done everything I had to do. And if I keep having to prove everybody wrong and I keep having to make statements, then that's what I'll fucking do. And that's what I'll do over and over again, is just prove everybody wrong. Everybody that fucking gave up on me, everybody that fucking doubts me, everybody that bets against me, fuck you. It's me versus all you guys. It's me versus everybody. And it's fuck you, chip on my shoulder, balls dragging on the floor. I'm here to make statements. I'm here to take over, and I'm here to make all the fucking money in the UFC, walk away with the belt, and fuck you to everybody else that doesn't believe in me, you know? And time and time again, bro, time and time again, I'll keep making these statements. I'll keep proving these people wrong. And you know, it is what it is I'm an underdog. I'm the raw dog. I'm all that shit. And it's like, you're going to get out of me what you get. And that's a fucking dope ass fight. That's going to be performances of the night. And that's going to be fucking statements made. And if I'm not impressing people yet, then I guess I got more work to do. And if it's Amir Albazi standing in front of me, if it's Pantoja standing in front of me, or Brandon Moreno standing in front of me, no, I'm going to go out there and make a fucking statement. I'm going to go put on a performance. I'm going to have the crowd on their feet, screaming all the above. And it's like, that's just who I am. And that's what I've done so far. And it's like, you guys only got me with 6 fights so far. You know what I'm saying? I've only been in the UFC for 6 fights, all fucking top 10, top 5 fighters. And I'm still doing the same shit I was doing in LFA. I was still doing the same shit I was doing in the amateur fucking bars. I'm still doing the same shit I was doing coming up from the fucking bullshit promotions that I was coming up for. Is just making statements, getting in and out of that bitch, and then fucking stealing the show over and over again. And I'll keep doing that. And like I said, big fat fuck you to everybody that doesn't believe in me.
I love it, man. I mean, listen, I know you're frustrated, and I can sense your passion, your frustration, but I think you got the right attitude about it, right? I mean, the mission stays the same, regardless of what the number is next to your name, regardless of how many fights. You got to fight everybody anyway if you're going to be champion, right? It's just whether it's on your way up or while you're defending the belt. So,
and then it's just for significantly less money too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that too.
It's one of those like I get it, and I'll fight anybody anywhere, but it's like I have a possibility to be making a lot more money than I've ever made my whole entire life in these next few fights. And it's like, the people who do the rankings, or the people who fucking see Amir Albazi's fight and thinks he won that and deserves the next title shot, are stealing money out of my mouth too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it is what it is. Like I said, I fucking fought for pennies before. I fought for free before. I lost money before. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not the purpose. The purpose is to make a life dream come true and follow my heart, and then not fucking and just seeing a mission and seeing a task and coming through this shit. Is like, I want to be a better MMA fighter, but this shit is also making me a better man in the process of all these things. And if getting put on the sideline or getting counted out or fucking, getting brushed off over and over again is the lesson I need to learn right now, and to overcome it, then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to keep doing that shit, because this isn't about just being a champion. And a lot of it is, but it's just like, it's about being a better me every day of my fucking life, and becoming a better person and a champion in life. And it's like, I feel like I'm mastering a lot of these little things, and I'm growing patient, and, I'm angry and I'm fucking pissed and all the above. But that being said is, I put my heart into all this shit. I put my heart into it, and it's like, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine. And like I said when we started the show, I'm still gonna be the champ though. And I feel that in my head, bro. I feel that just like, I fucking am mastering life. I'm mastering these little lessons. I'm fucking learning how to prepare for these fighters as properly as I can, as intelligently as I can. My weight cuts are smoother. My camps are smoother. I have better people around me. And it's like I said, no matter what, they're not gonna take this shit from me. And then, yeah. I'm going to get mine, bro. Like I said, we still going to be the champ, though.
I love it. Well, Brandon, like I said, don't let it distract you. It doesn't change. We're going to see you International Fight Week. Maybe it'll just be weighing in. Maybe it'll be stepping into the cage too. But regardless, the destination, the goal remains the same, man. So I know you're frustrated right now, and I appreciate you being open and honest and sharing it. But, don't let it distract from where you're going. It sounds like you got the right idea. And I definitely look forward to watching it all unfold.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to let someone's a couple of people's opinion change what I think of myself, and I know what my worth is and where I belong in this fucking division. So I appreciate your time, and I appreciate I'm sorry you're getting like a raw emotional on me. I hate when I fucking get all pissed on this podcast, and I feel like the last few I've been on, I've been fucking angry and all that shit. So it's like, I hate when I do that. But that being said, I appreciate your time too, bro.
Nah, brother, it's honest. That's all anybody can ask for. I don't see anybody could watch this or hear this and not be pulling for you, man. So appreciate the time as always. Look forward to seeing you out here in Las Vegas in a month, and we'll see how it all shakes out at the flyweight division.
Hell yeah. All right, appreciate you, brother.